Chablis is the one appellation, I think, in France that is most proud of its soil makeup. The soil, as some of you would have watched the video at the beginning of this show, that the soil of Chablis, the subsoil of Chablis, dates back to the Kimmeridgian period. The Kimmeridgian period is actually a part of the Upper Jurassic period, and is sort of like about 150 million years ago. What is very special about it is that I've got two pieces actually right in front of me, but it is this grayish marl, which is a sedimentary rock, and where you see is sort of like in Chablis, the way the mid slopes, so at the bottom of the hill, you've got the sort of like limestone, you've got some fossils, and then as the sort of sides of the hill, it becomes sort of like this marl sort of stone, which is alternated with limestone. A bit like in a French dessert would say it's a millefeuille. So you have one layer of marl, one layer of limestone, and it's this Kimmeridgian period. In Chinese, in Cantonese, you might say it's qintangou, it's like something like that. And what happens, what is very special about this marl, this Kimmeridgian period, is that this particular soil is characterized by the small comma-shaped oysters, fossils that you find sort of like all throughout, sort of like you can find it sort of like there's a nice concentration inside this piece I've got here. And then as you go further up, and so this mid-level is where we find the Chablis Premier Cru, and also the Grand Cru sort of vineyards. As you go further up the hill, to the top of the hill, this marl turns into limestone, and that comes from the Portlandian period, which is the sort of the very just at the upper edge of the Upper Jurassic period. And this Portlandian period is probably about 145 million years ago. And that is a very compact limestone. You don't see these fossils that we talked about here, but it gives you sort of like the Petit Chablis appellation, and also a part of the Chablis appellation. So when we talk about today, we're focusing on the Chablis appellation. So there are two types of soil that are relevant. Mostly is Kimmeridgian, but we also find some Portlandian at the top of the slope.